All right, really quick, first in-class video of 2021. Look at that. Gonna remind you how to make a mechanical drawing. So I have one of my demonstration ornaments open here. Um, so make sure first thing you want to do is when you make mechanical drawings, this is going to be relevant for the part replication as well. You want to get your stuff open first. Whatever part you're going to make the drawing of open. You don't really have to, but it makes your life easier if you do. So get the part open first. And then you go up here, File, New, Drawing. Now, there's actually two file types for drawing. There's IDW and DWG. It doesn't matter which one you do. Um, and again, this is in Autodesk Inventor. This is Fusion 360 is quite a bit different. I have to go back and make another video for that. All right, always the default size is way too big. This is like 4 sheets of paper. Um, there is something to uh, doing it this way, but if you want to make it to scale, but we're not going to do that. We're going to go right click over here in the browser on Edit Sheet. All right, we're going to make it size A. Size A. Landscape mode. Size A is just normal 8.5 by 11 paper, which will print out nicely. Of course, that always makes this thing way too big, which again, this is very useful. If you're a professional engineer and you make mechanical drawing, you want this text box there because this is, what you get signed off to be able to actually make your part. You just can't start producing something unless it gets signed off on, right? That's to save money, right? You want to make something that is going to be good. So what we do here is we delete. We go over here to ANSI large, right click on it, and we delete that. All right. So the next thing here is we got to place our views. Place our views. All right. First thing we place is our base view. Now, the way this looks on here all depends on what the home view of your tree is here. So this is my home view. The front view is going to be from this side. All right. I actually kind of would prefer this to be the front view so you can see some of the detail, right? But you can change that, okay? And the way you change that is you get the view you want to be the front view, or you get the view you want to be the home view, all right? And you go to that view, and you click this little drop-down arrow here, and you can set the current view as front. Now what that does is when you hit home, it just kind of rearranges things a little bit, all right? Um, so when you place your views, it all depends on what is the front, the home, top, and everything in your actual model's view here. So I'm going to go back to my drawing. I'm going to go to Place Views, Base. It always puts it right in the middle. It always puts what's going to be the front view right in the middle of the paper, which is not where you want it. You always want the front view down in this corner. So before you do anything, take this and move it down to the bottom left corner so it's out of the way. Then you just move your mouse around. My hand's not on the mouse right now. It's selected. Move your mouse around it and you snap. See how it snaps? You snap to the top view and you click. Then you snap to the side view and then you click. And then the isometric view is going to go up here. So I always do that one last for some reason. It doesn't really matter. And things are kind of jumbled here, right? That's okay. I like the one-to-one scale. It fills up the paper. Even though I got some overlapping here, I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. All right. You can reposition these things as you see fit. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to drop down the size of the isometric view. I want to see the detail in the top, bottom, and side view. So I'm going to go over here to the isometric view, double click. I'm going to drop the scale down to 0.75 and see if that looks better. Hit OK. Yeah, look, it dropped it down. Now it's small. This view, the isometric view, it's called isometric. We didn't do the drawing projects this year. I was kind of saving those in case we got fully shut down. But We do these hand drawing projects where you learn about isometric views, and there's another view as well that's three-dimensional. This isometric view, which is like from the angle, this view is pretty much just to show kind of like the overall perspective of it. And that's why that one we also make the shaded one. So you double click on it, and then you can click this little button here to turn on the shading. And when you hit OK, it'll add whatever colors you added to it into the model, if you added any colors. All right, some of you did, I think, which is kind of fun. Now, for dimensions, you go up here to annotate, dimension, and we're just going to do some very basic dimensions on this front view. I want to get the overall height of this thing. So I'm going to dimension from the bottom up to that top there. Very basic dimensions, just to get a look at what's going on with the width and the height. So I click one point, click another point, and drag down. Again, you don't need to hold the mouse button down. You click, and then you can move the dimension around. All right. That's good. That's the width, the height. Maybe I also want to get this width. So that gives me the full picture. And it's also 2.16. It should be. I mean, these were octagons, I guess. So the width and the depth are the same. And after that, that's good enough. You know, if you want to just practice dimensioning, you can add more dimensions. We're going to talk about, with the part models, how to place these dimensions and move them around and put them in the right spaces where they're supposed to go. You know, you want them to look nice. You don't want it to be too cluttered. The only other one I might add is maybe the inside diameter of this hook hole. That might be worthwhile. I'm going to put it over there so it's kind of out of the way. The last thing you do is the text box. So you click text, just down here in the bottom right, your name, engineering one. I usually will put the project name in there too. I don't like to be more than 3 lines because then it tends to shift stuff off the paper. So engineering one. Then I'll do the date I'm printing it. Or I should say taking a screenshot of it. Alright, hit OK. If you hit escape now on the keyboard, you can move this around, put it where you want it. That'll be good. Maybe I'll move this up a little bit. Looks good. And that's it. So then I'm going to zoom in. When I take my screenshot here, I want to be... You could actually, there's a couple ways to do this. Screenshot's easiest. Again, I like the snipping tool. You guys all know how to take screenshots and stuff at this point, which is good skill to have. How you screenshots, that's how you repost memes, right? Important life skill this day and age. All right, then you just do copy, and then you paste it in your engineering notebook. All right. So just a quick tutorial. It's all you need for the ornament. Just some basic dimensions. Good to go. And then on the next project, well, going back to the previous project, we'll get a little more detailed in how we actually add these dimensions. All right. All right. I'm gonna stop the record and take questions.